Yes, I have had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face and one-on-one, he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist.
Let's imagine this. Back in the day, you'd flip through newspapers reading about the Roswell incident, or watch those grainy UFO documentaries on TV. Now, in 2025, the US government is teasing some big reveal about Area 51, talking about tech straight out of Star Trek, and maybe even real UFO wreckage. But is this the real deal, or just another smokescreen to keep folks guessing? Stick with me through this video, and I'll lay out the latest disclosures from the Pentagon and the secrets shared by Jim Goodall, the top expert, right from Groom Lake, the insider name for Area 51. Now, settle in, and I'll peel back the layers of mystery around Area 51 for you. Not just the surface-level declassifications. Students, if you've followed those earth-shaking UFO stories, you know it wasn't until 2013 that the CIA finally admitted Area 51 even exists, releasing the first batch of documents mostly about spy plane projects like the U-2 and OXCART, all hidden deep in the Nevada desert. But let's be honest, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Stuff anyone curious enough could dig up. The real hot stuff is buried deeper. Things nobody dares say out loud, or that's still under wraps. From the Cold War era, Area 51 has been the testing ground for all sorts of top-secret aircraft. The U-2 flew high enough to dodge Soviet anti-aircraft missiles, and then came the SR-71 Blackbird, a beast that could hit Mach 3 and vanish from radar. Folks living nearby would hear strange noises at night, step outside and see weird green and red lights flashing in the sky, then tell their stories and get dismissed as crazy. That just added to the fog of mystery around Area 51, with rumors spreading like wildfire. But when those 2013 CIA docs came out, they only confirmed the tech side no mention of UFOs, aliens, or anything extraterrestrial that people were dying to hear about. As time went on, more piecemeal declassifications trickled out, but each one left UFO enthusiasts more frustrated than ever. Some say the government's just dripping out info to keep us hooked, while others swear the big secrets are still locked away. And they're right! US classified docs are often set to auto-declassify after 25 years, and 2025 is a major milestone, promising a flood of files, satellite photos, and reports that have never seen the light of day. Now, talking about those upcoming satellite images gives me chills. Defense analysts say these new shots could show massive aircraft hangars in detail, unusually expanded runways, and sealed-off zones deep in the base that even Google Maps won't touch. Some sources whisper that the images reveal bizarre construction-like labs for studying exotic materials, or even storage for tech that's not from this world. True or not, nobody knows yet, but just the promise of these photos has everyone buzzing, especially the UFO hunters ready to scrutinize every pixel for clues. And speaking of UFOs, you can't skip the 1947 Roswell crash. The tale of a strange craft smashing down in New Mexico, then secretly shipped to Area 51 for study, has fueled conspiracy theories for decades. Anti-gravity tech, materials not on the periodic table, even alien beings. If you've watched movies, read papers, or just heard the old-timers spin yarns, you know Roswell and Area 51 are joined at the hip. But official docs still insist it was just a weather balloon. Nobody buys it, And the more they deny, the more folks suspect foul play. Then there's Bob Lazar, the name that rocked the UFO community back in the 80s. He detailed the S4 site right next to Area 51, claiming he saw anti-gravity engines worked on 9 alien spacecraft and dealt with this weird element 115. The government shot him down, even smeared him as a fabulist. But plenty still cling to his story, as the last thread proving Area 51 isn't just about planes, it's hiding extraterrestrial tech. That's why 2025 has everyone on edge. With new satellite pics dropping, the 25-year declassification clock ticking, and leaks hinting at ultra-sensitive projects going public, experts predict we might see docs straight up mentioning extraterrestrial artifacts, or at least tech beyond our wildest dreams. Stuff that's been hushed up or only in science fiction flicks before. In short, from Roswell to Bob Lazar to these new satellite shots, it's all puzzle pieces that year after year start forming a bigger picture everyone wants to see. But maybe these revelations are just more bait, fanning the flames of mystery around Area 51. What do you think? Will 2025 finally unveil the truth about UFOs? Or is it another government misdirection play? Don't look away, because next up, I'll dive into Jim Goodall's shocking predictions. The guy the research world calls the king of Area 51 secrets. Who knows? Everything could change with just one click this year. In 2025, the whole UFO crowd, tech geeks, and even veteran military experts are on pins and needles, waiting for news. The name popping up most is Jim Goodall, a seasoned aviation expert, author of books on secret planes, who's seen things most of us can only dream about. Lately, his interviews and personal files are being dug up and shared like crazy on international forums. Jim Goodall isn't some amateur. He spent his life tracking every move at Area 51. He says, over decades, it's only by chance or sheer luck that you catch real clues. Once, Goodall chatted directly with engineers from top-secret projects at Groom Lake folks, who never show up in the papers and won't reveal their names. They hinted at tech that, even in 2025, the world hasn't fully grasped. Hypersonic craft hitting 10,000 miles per hour. That's nearly 16,000 kilometers per hour. Engines that bend gravity, undetectable by radar, even stuff that vanishes right before your eyes. According to Goodall, it's not just planes. It seems tied to strange objects recovered from mysterious crashes. He said flat out on TV, "I believe what's being studied at Area 51 isn't just scientific breakthroughs, but a mix of alien tech and human smarts." So, sounds like science fiction, but Goodall backs it with docs, sneaky photos, weird blueprints. And one detail that's got everyone buzzing. Last year's radar shots and satellite images show new structures in the Nevada desert. Nothing like regular hangars, more like labs, vaults, or test sites for anomalous objects. At the same time, the Pentagon admits for decades they've run disinformation campaigns deliberately spreading UFO rumors to distract from cutting-edge military tech. So, every time the public goes nuts over UFO sightings or strange lights over Nevada, it might just be a new plane, drone, or hypersonic weapon being tested in secret. Hearing that, some folks smirk and say, "See? It's all a hoax, no aliens involved." But others flip it. If it's just misdirection, why are there phenomena that even military pilots and radar experts can't explain, like objects zipping at 90-degree turns at impossible speeds? Or orbs of light hovering for hours without detection by any defense system? The latest report from AARO, the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, in 2025 is even more rattling. They've logged dozens of anomalous phenomena around Area 51, with video, radar, and satellite evidence, but they can't identify what it is. Declassified docs show experts facing objects that change direction on a dime, vanishing from screens in a split second. Some videos Goodall leaked feature these light orbs, defying every known law of physics. And it doesn't stop there. In 2025, the U.S. might have to disclose exotic materials from unidentified crashes, even rumors of non-human biological samples stored at Area 51. Conspiracy folks are hyped. This is the big reveal. Skeptics counter that it's all still a smokescreen for super-advanced tech prepping for future wars. On forums like Reddit and X, the old Twitter, thousands comment daily under threads like Area 51, 2025 disclosure, alien tech. Skeptics argue every time a real secret project like the F-117 or SR-71 was tested, locals saw odd lights and booms, sparking flying saucer rumors. They say the military's a pro at deflection. Behind every declassification promise, UFO talk is indirect PR to hide weapon leaps, and 2025's no different, with new pics and docs carefully scrubbed, never spilling national security beans. Notice how files are full of redacted blackouts, chopping out the juicy parts? So, should we trust anything the government puts out? But the more scientific explanations they give, the more out-there stuff pops up. For instance, light orbs caught on military radar, videos of objects shifting speed and direction weirdly, even showing up during nuclear missile tests, stumping U.S. scientists. Seasoned pilots and ex-Area 51 workers go on TV saying, "I saw it with my own eyes, and current science can't explain it." Or AARO's dozens of unidentified anomalous phenomena in Nevada, backed by photos, radar, and high-ranking officer eyewitnesses, not just superstitious folks. On top of that, the whistleblower wave from 2023 to 2025 ramps up the tension. Some claim they've handled non-human spacecraft debris. Others say they've seen strange biological samples hidden at Area 51. Media hypes it at first, then mocks it as clickbait. But more people are speaking out, risking it all for the truth. You see it too. The online community isn't sitting idle. Every declassification sparks hundreds of analysis videos, thousands of fiery comments. It's new weapons. Tutu's real UFOs. Sue's government's just teasing to hide bigger secrets. Folks race to dissect every satellite pic and dock line, turning tiny details into month-long debates. Personally, I think the truth's somewhere in the middle. Sure, most leaks lean military testing stealth planes, hypersonic arms, new drones, but you can't deny a small fraction of anomalies that baffle scientists, pilots, and radar pros alike. If it's all Earth tech, why videos of objects hovering motionless for minutes undetected? Why do data from those areas mysteriously glitch or blur out? I gotta ask you, what do you make of all this around Area 51 and the 2025 disclosures? Just a masterclass in misdirection or something truly beyond human understanding? Have you heard any wild stories about Area 51 or UFOs? Drop a comment below and let's hash it out together. Your take might be the missing piece in this massive puzzle. Maybe for many it's just a cycle. Year after year, the U.S. government promises declassification and transparency, only to release carefully vetted scraps. They say it's to distract from top-tier weapons, or simply military PR, and Area 51, with its global allure, has become the ultimate symbol for the unexplained and mysterious. But I believe 2025 could be a real turning point. Simply because this time, it's not just a report or blacked-out photo. It's the auto declass after 25 years, plus pressure from the community, media, and insiders stepping up. We've never seen so many experts, ex-officials, researchers, and military pilots willing to go public with what they've witnessed, despite the risks and pushback. It might just be the start, but picture this. If Jim Goodall and other pros are right, this year could bring docs on non-Earth origin materials, or even info about exotic biological samples tucked away in the Nevada desert. That'd flip how humanity views the universe, tech evolution, and ourselves. One solid proof, and the whole wall of doubt crumbles. On the flip side, it could be another cliffhanger, a fresh ploy to shield secrets for decades more. Either way, we're closer than ever to the final answer. In 2025, all eyes are on Area 51. Every file, image, and statement from experts and witnesses. Like you, I keep wondering, if one day the U.S. government steps up with undeniable proof of UFOs, aliens, or tech way beyond us, what would that feel like? Shaken and scared, or thrilled to rewrite human history overnight? And maybe the deepest secrets stay hidden, leaving us to wait for the next declass round in 25 years, guessing and debating about Area 51 all over again. That's why I want your thoughts, you who've heard, discussed, and debated Area 51 and UFOs for years. What truth do you most want uncovered? What's the question that's always nagged you without an answer? Comment below so we can all dissect and analyze your query might unlock the century's biggest mystery. If this video got you thinking, give it a like, subscribe for the latest breakdowns, and don't forget to comment your craziest theory you've heard or cooked up about Area 51. Who knows? The info you've been waiting for could drop any day now, and we'll all witness a new chapter in human history, starting right here in 2025. Thanks for sticking around to the end. See you in the next videos.